Right, so I'm going to have to think about how to word this carefully because it's been in my mind for a while, because his spirit is with me for a while. He's being released from the realm, and a friend of mine who's also shaman gave me another perspective and helped me to look at the situation differently. But in my recent video, sometimes I put a little bit of a blurb underneath just to, well, some people watch with one language and read with different, and sometimes the videos don't come out straight away because they have to be a bit staggered, so things are not live and direct for various reasons, or messages that I get told and dates to put things out on. And so the whole idea of this not being a holiday, and we're carving out a new path for ourselves, and we move where we're called to, we're moved into our calling, and it's sometimes an amalgamation of all the strands of expertise or experiences that we have accumulated over our physical lifetime, in the professional sectors or in our personal development, and the psychic gifts that we've been unraveling and listening to. And as an end-of-life doula, the courses that you do, you sort of just learn about different systems, respite care, elder care, and obviously we look at our own relationships with elders. And my nan, if people have read that piece on the blog or seen videos, she was a very important part. And also the elders that I grew up with. My granddad, he's come through too, because I wanted to get back into chess, and after 25 years chess, I ended up not playing, I ended up at a chessboard the other night, and who I was playing with said that they saw my granddad and that he taught me well. So that was quite nice, because I'd miss chess. But basically that was a huge tangent, but it's all relevant because my grandpops have to honour when messages come through. So end-of-life doula or birth doula, whatever the speciality is, we have our studies around it, and we have our lived experiences, the practical and the theory. As an end-of-life doula, in certain places, you're not necessarily prepared or talked to about the levels of mediumship and psychic connection. I trust healthy and led with love to those who are transitioning, or to those that have departed recently or not. Now, I am here as a being of love and truth that can be comfortable to those who see their own selves in love, and it can be uncomfortable to those who do not see themselves in love and don't know how to receive just genuine love, no agenda. So I have to be a bit abstract with this story, but there was a situation where someone has died recently in place that I'd frequented, and his spirit had come to me. And I took a car somewhere, and en route among sort of like a big stretch of baobab, so lots of channeling, lots of things can come through, heightened psychic awareness. Because there was no reason for me to mention this, but I was like, but I know that someone had died there recently. And the person said, yes, we know, he was in this car. And when things like that happen, you can either have an out-of-body experience around it and think, okay, so it was strange, like I didn't know that I was going to ask them that question and bring that up, but clearly the energy in the car, the connection to this soul who has deceased, he'd not left the realm because he was not at peace. The sequence of events that had led to his departure, physical departure because he hasn't departed, had not shown him the love and the care that he was due, that anyone is due. That is our birthright. And as a truth speaker, I get called to reveal and receive also, like the honour to receive messages of unhappiness from those who like to try to bridge the gap between the realms and to allow souls to depart in healthier ways, because that helps the relationship across the realms, which is important for all of our spiritual health. And so what I realised is I looked back at a few things and thought, okay, so this spirit, this energy has been following me for a while. I'd been conscious in some sense, but until that had happened in the car, I wasn't fully tapped into the fact that I was here to also help him leave, having found, and this is where I get upset, to find justice. When people believe that they go before the time that they're meant to go, or when they believe that an injustice has been done, or when they believe that they've not completed the mission that they are put on the earth to, and other energies can take over, alcohol or various things, and lead to something happening. It's a sad state of affair, and I'm not here to blame anybody, but I am here to honour the soul that departed, because it's just the language that I speak now. As an end-of-life doula, I didn't know that this was going to be one of the responsibilities or one of the experiences that comes, services, and it's non-financial because it's non-physical. Like it comes to me. At the beginning, I didn't know what to do with that, and some of us now might be coming into these abilities, and we're not taught. We don't know what to do with this stuff. It is overwhelming. It can be incredibly emotional, especially if messages come through of deep pain. And I guess I want to give thanks for the soul for feeling that he could trust me with this, and to share his story as a way of giving him peace and justice, so that he might leave the realm peacefully. And whether anybody believes me or not, I do not need validation. I'm not here to pretend to be anything that I'm not. I'm not here to say anything to hurt anybody. I'm just here to share my truth as a messenger, as an end-of-life doula, as a sound worker, as a guide, ceremonial guide, as a friend, as a woman, as a lover, as a sister, as a daughter. And this is for the healing of the nations, because it's not just a physical thing. The healing of the nations and what we're going to see across the world is in the spiritual realms. All of this battling has been done in the unseen realms for a long time, and what I've been speaking to recently as I connect with warriors that I know, and we're talking about fighting for justice and all this, I'm opting to use very different words now around battling and fighting, is because I'm not in a battle anymore with anybody. People want to fight me, that's their own battle. I'm on a mission with specific things to do and specific things to swerve and leave for other people to manage themselves, because we all have that capacity, especially with the guidance that's coming through from the higher realms at the minute. So it is really difficult for me as I'm learning. There's some fantastic channelers out there, and I'm just not there at the minute. I'm still very new baby on my path, and it's quite difficult when I feel the soul here to get my words out right and keep a straight narrative, straight story, while listening to something else, which is not words in the way that I'm speaking to you now. There's other things that land in my consciousness that I hear. So in terms of the healing of the nations, it is spiritual, and anything we need to leave this realm in peace. We need to leave this realm having found our self-love, for the benefit of where we go and where we travel beyond now, beyond the physical realm. And this may or may not resonate with you, and that's okay, but everybody has to lean into their own personal truth. And when we don't believe that we die, that we are eternal soul, many of us, we are eternal souls, and that we are connected to energies that are beyond the physical, well, they're going to put missions and SoS services to me. They're going to put things our way because we are willing to lean into the work. We're willing to be in service. I'm in service to the unseen realms, to the elementals, to the fae. I'm in service to those on the physical realm in the ways that I've specified before, sound work, all of that. And then I'm in service to the souls that cannot be seen, with loving intention, who are here to find peace and support the healing of the nations. And so I share, and there's certain things I can't say. He said this is just enough. This is enough to share his story, the energy, to wish him well as he moves or moves beyond the in-between. Everybody's got different ways of referring it to it, but that just came through. And I mean, no disrespect to his family, this message won't reach them. They may not even speak English. So I just trust that he feels our love, and that if you've got a little moment to say a prayer to a soul who lost his life in a quite sad, unjust way, then you can share your love with him, because we're not here to live for ourselves. And if souls connect with us, I said not dependence, not codependence and rosy, but if souls connect us and we can spark something in them so that they look at themselves in a more deeply loving way, because they are love, we are all love. But some of us have not known it in the ways that others have, which means that they are presented with new relationships, quite suspect, which, you know, I'm also working through stuff like that because of the deception and betrayal that has gone on around me in past relationships and past situations. That's part of what we need to do, is to heal the wounding over time, and come back to trust and love being the point of it all. So 1252. Bit rambly, but as I said, so it's full moon, if I'm overtired, and if the spirits last night were crazy, and I don't ever mean that in a negative, just so intense. I was dancing. I don't know what I've yet to come down fully from what I was transmuting. A lot, not negative, but there was some souls, there was some energies that I've not experienced. And so when we get called to places, when we get called to do things, when we get called to listen, takes time to process, takes time to step away from belief systems that we've been brought up with. It takes time to step away from things that we should or shouldn't be doing. Just be and listen and lean into the calling, and I honour and trust that soul will find peace in all lifetimes, and that we all move towards our own death very, very far around this physical realm, in loving intention with the world around us, animals, plants, people, places, bearing in mind, you know, the energies that live within a town, they hear you, the spirits of the place hear you, so they can either present positive or negative, and I don't really like that. They present opportunities to grow, or opportunities to rest or to have fun, depending on how we land in the place. Everything is a direct mirror of where we're at, and I honour and respect the spirits that are around me, whether they're of this land or not. And this is rambling now. 1441 on the clock. Okay, yeah, that's the message. Thank you.